Marhaba, and welcome to my channel Let's Bake, where we'll be baking the most basic of breads. Today's bread we'll be baking is pizza dough. Pizza dough from scratch is something great to have lying around the house. The amount of dough we'll be making today is approximately for 3 personal pizzas, or 1 large and 1 personal. I like chicken and jalapenos on my pizza, but I know most people don't like that sort of thing, so it's good to have my own sort of pizza on the side. Right off the bat, you'll notice that your pizza tastes different than delivery places or frozen pizza. That is because you'll use a lot less oil in your pizza dough. In this recipe, you'll use approximately 2 tablespoons of oil. And in other places, you'll use maybe a cup of oil. This is because frozen dough tends to last longer if you line it around with oil. That being said, let's start.
So the ingredients we'll be using today are yeast, salt, water, oil, and bread flour. Let's pour some flour onto the bowl. Next, we will pour salt on one side of the bowl. Rotate the bowl. Put yeast on the opposite side of the bowl. Place 2 tablespoons of olive oil. This should make your dough more elastic. Then we will pour in half the water and add the rest gradually. Using your hand, mix the dough. This is not considered kneading yet. This dough is a pizza dough, so by the time you're done adding water, it should feel a lot more dense than a white loaf. It should also be a lot less sticky. Let's move the dough to a more workable surface. Put some oil on that work surface. Place the dough down and knead for 5 to 10 minutes. Remember that kneading builds up the gluten within the dough, making the dough more elastic. Put a little oil onto a proving bowl and cover that bowl with a kitchen towel. Prove the bread for 1 to 2 hours. Proving the bread just means to wait for it to rise. Mix some semolina and some bread flour in a 1-to-1 ratio. Semolina is the same type of flour we use in making all pastas. Preheat the oven to 445 degrees Fahrenheit. Next, let's throw some flour onto a work surface. Gather all the things you want for your pizza. The dough should now be twice the size it was before. Place the dough onto the mix of semolina and bread flour. You should do this for approximately 5 to 10 minutes. Cut the dough into the different sizes of pizzas you're looking for. If you want 3 personal pizzas, you want to cut it into 3 1/3 parts. Here I'm cutting into 1 2/3 part to make 1 large pizza and 1 1/3 part to make a small personal pizza. Flatten the dough down with your hands or with a rolling pin, depending on how thin of a crust you'd like. Next, we toss the pizza. In the screen in the middle, you can see how you flick your wrist. Tossing the dough allows the outside layer to become thicker while the inside layer remains thin. Remember not to catch with your fingertips. Since I like thin crust, I will keep rolling it out and flattening the dough out. Here I'm trying to shape the pizza into a heart, so I'll just use a baking pan as an outline. Put some pizza or barbecue sauce on the pizza. I'm just making a pepperoni pizza. Add as much cheese as you like. Different types of cheeses go good together with different types of toppings. Feta cheese goes good with spinach, and provolone and parmesan goes great with pepperoni. Next, you can add the pepperonis. Now we're almost there. Bake for approximately 8 to 10 minutes at 445 degrees Fahrenheit. Alright, thank you for watching. And next time, we'll be baking a whole wheat loaf.